Good morning. Welcome to Coffees and Crafts. I'm Linda Cullen from Crafty Stampin, and welcome everybody. So, good morning. Welcome to Coffees and Crafts. I'm Linda Cullen. There's always something I forget. I'm standing here going, what have you forgotten today? Volume. Volume always seems to be the problem. So I'm trying to see if I see comments. I see we got people on here, and I'm getting notifications. Let's see, that people are commenting. But let's see. All right, well, we'll see what happens. There we go. We get some. Good morning. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining me. So we got a cute little project today. So let's show off the project first. We are going to play with the Santa's Sleigh die set and make a cute little Christmas card. Again, I'm playing with vellum. Love vellum. So I thought that would make a sweet, sweet card for today. So, and if you are new to Coffees and Crafts, I like to do some giveaways and reward all my viewers. So today's live giveaway, so if you leave a comment in today's broadcast, you can win the Brights sequins, and we will do that at the end of the broadcast. If you did not catch this live or you did not win, leave a comment, and if you share this video and comment that you shared with the D, you will be entered to win the Festive Fireplace stamp set, and that I'm going to be giving away the week after Thanksgiving. So I'm not going to do any Coffees and Crafts next week with Thanksgiving. Everyone needs to spend some time with their families, and so, you know, sneak away for a little crafting here or there, but no shows. Tammy and I are also going to move the Stampin' Scoop from next week to the week after. So you'll probably see me 3 times the week after Thanksgiving. So I'll do my best to work up to lots of projects for you. So I see got lots of people coming on. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So those are our giveaways. So a few little housekeeping things. So if you guys are getting my holiday helper, and I've gotten a lot of positive response from that, you're probably wondering where that is today. Well, in the middle of trying to prep for this, I got an email that I had exceeded my monthly emails. I didn't know I had one. So once I'm done with today's broadcast and getting the post up, I will address the holiday helper issue and we'll get that out to you today. So sorry. Also, Stampin' Up's having their online extravaganza, and that starts on Monday. If you don't know what that is basically Stampin' Up's Black Friday and Cyber Monday and everything all rolled into one. So I will have the details up of that probably tonight or tomorrow. But that starts Monday morning. So you want to keep an eye out for that. And the Stamparatus. So we knew that was going to be very popular, and the pre-order window closed in, I think, 15 minutes. So that's fine. No one was getting it anytime soon. So the Stamparatus will have another pre-order window on the 5th of December. So I will get all the details on the time of that. The thing you need to have is an online account on my store. So the best thing to do is go to my store, say, you know, new account, set up an account, because that's what you have to do. You have to log into your account and then request it, because they have to attach it. Even though you're not buying it at the time, that's how it works. And this was the very first time we've ever done this, so it was kind of hard to tell everyone exactly what was going to happen because we didn't know what was going to happen. So thank you for all the hearts, everybody. So let's get right to our project. Did I get my Stamparatus? I did get one reserved. I'm a bit of a hawk when it comes to these sort of things. So like 10 minutes before, I was hovering over my computer. And unfortunately, that's what you need to do. So here we go. All right, so let's play. Let me pull you down here. And here we go. So like usual, in my blog post, I will have a full PDF recap for you, picture, cut sizes, all the products included. I include a link back to the blog post, which will have a replay of this video, so if you want to refer back on how to make a particular part. And all these products are available on my online store. So let's play. All right. So let's see, I'm wearing, and I apologize, my totally impractical shirt. I had to even pull it up. It usually hangs down here at my wrist. For this isn't totally impractical for crafting, cooking, eating, and I'm sure a bazillion other things, but it looks cute. So I'm gonna pull it up. So I was doing this morning, every time I turned and moved my hand, I sent all the product flying off my craft desk, which is not ideal. But so we're gonna try to prevent that today. So the first thing I'm gonna do, I did already score in advance my card base. So let's just reinforce that and get that going and set aside. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I see all these good mornings. Good morning. All right, so we're gonna start by embossing our vellum. And I'm going to use, you can see it, this is the Softly Falling embossing folder. And what I really like about this folder is the gradient. So it gets to from a very busy, dotted pattern to a much barely there dotted pattern. So you get to kind of customize your project by, you know, I'm going to have a lot of it dotted with the snowflakes or less. So I kind of like to do a little in the middle. I'm going to stick this through the Big Shot. That was crumb cake for a card base. So, hold on. I'm going to remember to remove my thin die adapter when I'm using my embossing folders. Yeah, crumb cake is kind of my favorite go-to paper, cardstock. Pretty much anything and everything. I just love it. All right, so there is my vellum. Actually, I probably shouldn't put that too far away. So this is how that one's going to go. We'll set that aside. So I'll pull this back. We'll just do a bunch of die cutting right off the bat. I'll put this aside. So I'm doing let's see. So this is all from the Santa's Sleigh framelits. And I'm grabbing, oops. All right, now what I like is that the sleigh itself comes in two pieces. So I have the base and then I kind of have the decorative detail. So I'm going to start with the base, excuse me, and I'm doing that in the basic black. Let's see, so we're going to run that through. And I got to put I'm like, wow, that went through like butter. Yeah, no, okay. Put the thin die adapter back on. Did you guys do that all the time? Like, I just have it sitting here and I just think it should know like what I'm putting through. I want a smart, like an AI, smart Big Shot that knows. Oh, let me lift that up for you. Lower that down for you because I know you're putting a embossing folder or a small dies in. Okay, so there's the base of the sleigh. So let's set that aside. Put my die up here so I don't lose it. And so now I have silver glimmer paper. And to run these through, especially the delicate dies, I pull the paper backing off. It makes a huge difference. Oops. All right, let's keep going here. In getting the dies with the glimmer paper to cut easier. There we go. Put that away. And you get more glitter that way too, all over your craft room. That's how it goes. So there we go. And let's run that through. All right. All right, so it's already kind of fallen out. Let's see if this will easily all pop out. Good morning, everybody. I see everybody's popping on this morning. Welcome. Thank you for the hearts. Love hearts. All righty, here we go. Let's see, I always find with glimmer paper, if you turn it over, you can see easier where you need to poke out your little bits. Yes, it's not the holidays until you're all covered in glitter. That is very true, Debbie. If I'm not walking around with glitter on my face, I am not in the festive season yet. Let's see. Oh, that one won't come off. I think I got most of them. Nope, right in here. Oh, there we go. All right. Let's move away all my... So I'm just going to set that aside for a moment. Wipe up all my little glitter bits. All right. So I only have... There's minimal stamping on this card. But let's do that all at once. So the images I'm going to stamp. This is from the Santa Sleigh. So these were a bundle in last year's catalog. They are no longer a bundle, but they still are together. So I am going to stamp just the wreath and the bow, and then I'm stamping the Merry Christmas wishes from this set. So let's start with, I'm going to stamp the bow in real red on real red. There we go. And that's not going to stand out too much. Let's see. There we go. So you can't see it too much, but it does stand out. And then same with my wreath. I'm going to stamp that in garden green on garden green. Good morning, everybody. All right. So there is my wreath and my bow, and then my greeting. So I didn't, so it's one of those times you're putting the card together, you're like, I need a greeting, but I don't know where to put it. I found it best to just do something really small because I really didn't want to take away from so much going on. It was so pretty. And so this is a 1/4 inch piece of Whisper White. And the only way I could be able to do this is because it is photopolymer and I can see through it. So I'm going to use my Memento ink and we're going to do our best to see how well I can line it up on Facebook Live. So here we go. I don't want to get my head in the camera. All right, let's see how I did. Not too bad. I'm a little off. Let's see if I can. Paper has 2 sides. Let's see which one comes out better. I'm going to use which one looks better. Okay, see if I can line it up straight a little better this time. Yeah, no pressure at all. There we go. That one came out better. All right. I said, after doing this for so long, I kind of like, we'll make it work, whatever it is. I've learned not to kind of freak out about it. All right, so I'm going to set that aside, and now I want to die cut out my 2 wreath and bow. All right, so I'm bring the Big Shot back for one last time, and these both have matching dies from this Santa Sleigh set. Oh, Sandy's had knee replacement. Oof, ouch, Sandy. Yeah, I hope, can you do a little crafting while you're sitting down? That would be the worst, is to not be able to do anything while you're recovering, you know? Let's see. All right, so the wreath comes with an inside and an outside. So I'm not going to do them both at once, because if I did them both at once, I'd just screw it up. So we'll do them one at a time, running through. I kind of line up the little scallop kind of on the inside with the scallop on the stamp. And now I'm going to line up my bow. And where to put my Post-its. This is where the sleeves do not come in handy. They're getting in the way. And I'm going to swipe a die off the desk. That'll not be good. All right. Especially one of these little ones. Okay, so I'll pull my bow out. So, oops. There we go. So there's the little bow. So we're going to set that aside. I'm going to put the bow on my magnet so I don't lose it. We'll pull off the center of the wreath. Here we go. And now I'm going to do the outside of the wreath. Let's see. Again, a little post-it note for help. Oh, can you not see that? I'm sorry. Lined that all up without you seeing it. And I think I moved it, so we'll do it again so you get to see. There we go. And we'll grab a new post-it note. There we go. Alrighty. And through the big shot we go again. Woohoo! All right. Good morning, everybody, and welcome. I see a bunch more people jumping on saying good morning. All right. So there is our little wreath. All right. So add that to our little pile of product. So next, let's see. So now we've got all this part done. So we need to work on the little banner over here. So I'm using the silver foil snowflake, and this is the Merry Music DSP, and I just have a strip of real red. So first thing I'm going to do is pull out my triple banner punch, and I want to make sure my writing is going the right way, so that I want the banner to be on the bottom so that the writing is reading correctly. And this is 1.5 inch paper. Again, all my cut sizes will be on the PDF. That'll be up in about an hour. So cut that out. So there we go. That looks good. Would you show the magnet you put your dies on? Oh, you want to see the magnet I put my dies on? Okay, hold on. Here, I know I can do this. All right. I quite literally have a frame that I just stuck a magnet sheet in. I think I bought it at Michael's. It's just a normal frame, and it lets me put it on my. I can put it on my craft desk so that I can throw them on. I have a little picture shelf over here above my big shot, and it stays on that picture shelf right above the big shot. So when I'm having classes, they stay right there. But if I'm in the middle of a big project on my craft desk, I can bring it over. So that is what. And I purposely did not put paper on it. Some people like to make them pretty and put the pretty paper on it. I find I lose the tiny dies in the paper, so I want the contrast of the silver dies against the black magnet. So that's how I handle that. So let's go back to the project now. But that's so I'm sticking them over here when you're seeing me dip away. All right. So now what I want to do is I want to add little touches of red. It's a very neutral card with the crumb cake, the vellum, the black, and the silver. So I have a little strip of red here. That's why I had the bow. Now we're going to play with the bow in a minute, because I might change up how we do that part of the card. But all right, so I'm just going to run a snail along the back, and then I like to line it up here. There we go. I find I have more control if I hover the piece of paper with the tape over it and then press it down. And now I'll just use my snips and cut this. I feel if I do attach the red and then place it in the punch, it'll be off center, like, so it'll accommodate the red in the center. I want the red to be an additional piece on the side. So there's that. And then I want to add my foil snowflake, but I only want to see a smidge of the snowflake. So I kind of like that. So I'm just going to cut. Let's see, we'll cut from here over, which means I have plenty of snowflake to make on another project. There we go. So this I'll save for a different project. And now I just have this little bit to use here, and I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to turn this over, add a little snail, and then try to line it up so I think it looks best. Okay, so there's my little peeking foil snowflake. All right, so I think we're ready mostly for assembly. So let's start assembling, and then we'll play with the bow. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep the bow the way I did it originally. All right, so here's all our pieces we stamped and die cut. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to attach the vellum. You can see adhesive through vellum. There are some tricks we've gone through in the past. Basically using the Sizzix adhesive sheets works great. I don't like to use so much on a project like this. So I try to attach my adhesive where I know I'm going to have items on top of it. So I'm going to put some adhesive here, and I'm going to put some adhesive here, and that should be fine. So flip this over, grab my snail, and then put it down here. And make sure you're in camera. Boom. So you can probably see the adhesive. So that's fine, because we are going to hide it. So now I'm going to add, how did I do that? Dimensionals? No, I did not do dimensionals. All right. I think because I wanted the sleigh to stand out more. Normally I would put a banner on on a dimensional. All right. So now the sleigh. So let's move this aside. My little pieces. So now I have to attach the detailed glimmer part of the sleigh to the black base. So let me I'm gonna grab my silicone pad and turn over the glimmer paper, and I'm just gonna use snail. So just add snail in a few places, and then what I do is I take my pokey tool, and any place that it looks like I have like a cobweb of adhesive, I just remove. I kind of remove it with the pokey tool. I find that it just works just fine. Then sitting here trying to fiddle with the glue, the liquid glue. Okay, and another piece. Okay, so there's my fancy sleigh. So the sleigh, though, I do want to pop that up on dimensionals, and I'm going to use a combination of my minis and my normal size dimensionals. So I'm going to put the dimensionals here, and I'll grab some minis. I like to use my poker tool, my paper piercing tool, to help place some of the minis because they're so small. Now what I want to do, I want to put one right down here so that the whole delicate bottom of the sleigh is supported. And it's just, even for the minis, they're too big. So I just like to cut a little sliver. Sliver work, yeah. And then again, my paper piercing tool. And stick that right there. Did I get the paper out? Yes, I did. There we go. Now we're going to remove all my backings. There we go. All right. So Santa's sleigh. All right. There's our sleigh. So now let's see. So my greeting, I'm going to do a little notch on this end just for interest, and I'm going to do it with my snips versus the punch. There we go. And this too is going to get some mini dimensionals on the back, and you get to see our attempt number 1 at the greeting. If you came in a little late, we did do that one twice, but that's okay. Paper has 2 sides. You have a couple chances. All right. So I am leaving this a bit longer. That's fine. I'll trim it. There we go. Whoops. and as we discussed in a prior one, how many places do the dimensional backing show up in your house? I may not craft in my bathroom, but they will show up in my bathroom. Let me see, that should go down a little bit. Oh, come on. There we go. All right, let's go. There we go. All right, so there's my Merry Christmas wishes. And I'm just going to trim to the edge of the card. Now, let's see. So now we got to do the little tree. So on wreath. And I use my glue dots to attach that. Oops. It's the easiest thing when they don't fly out of your hand. There you go. Yep. All right. So I'm going to stick that here. And now the bow here. All right. Oops. There we go. All right. So now, let's see. So I did the bow first when I was designing this, and I was going to have this wreath down here on the sleigh. And then I didn't want to cover up all the pretty detail on the sleigh, so I moved it over here. It seems a little weird to have a bow and a bow, at least red and red, but I wanted the red color, but now I'm not sure what I want to do. I'm going to try something here. Ugh. Go grab. I'm going to try adding some linen thread as a bow, and let's just see what happens. Now we're on going rogue time. Let's just see. Wrap this. Whoop. And that just went rolling down all over the floor. Where'd it go? Ah! Okay. As I chase that across my craft room. All right. Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. What do you think? I think I like the. I think I like the twine better, the linen twine. Like I said, I wanted the red, but I thought the red bow on top of the red bow looked a little silly, but I didn't have time to change it. So we're changing it now. All right, let's try and see what we can do here. I can cut. Can't cut with my left hand. I'm not lefty. All right, hold on. Oh, come on, skizzers. Let's go. There we go. All right, let's see what we can do here. All right, I'm gonna tie this, and then I may go back and add like some red enamel shapes. What do you think? Let's see how that works. I see some votes for red. Let's see. Well, we'll add. I'll give you 2 options here. Oops. Are we in? I'll make sure I'm in frame. All right, so we'll try. All right, so now I took 2 other pieces. Let's go underneath. I want this linen thread. I like its texture. I want it to add some thickness, though, to the bow. So that's why I added those 2 other pieces. So now let's see if we can tie a bow. All right. There we go. All right. So it makes it a bit more rustic. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I will tell you, some projects in my craft room are never always quite done. I keep sitting there looking at them, like, maybe I'll do this. Maybe I'll do that. Okay, well, the bow needs fussing. All right, so let's see. What if? All right, so let me pull out the red enamel shapes. So this may be too much. maybe too much because they're real bright. I think I'm going to leave it. So there are two options for you. With the red bow, with a linen thread thick bow. I'll futz with it a little bit more before I take a picture of it and put it on the blog. So you can have two options to decide. That's how I do cards. I go, oh, let's rip it apart and try something different. I don't know if you guys do that too. You know, mine never go together beginning to end in a straight line without being ripped apart at some point, or whatever. So I hope you enjoyed that. So now's the time. If you joined halfway through, we do a live giveaway. So pop on real quick, say hi, so you can be entered. You have to leave a comment to be entered. So let's flip over here. Oh, you know what we didn't do? I didn't pick a winner from last, so we got two winners to go. Let's do the watch later giveaway from last time. So we had the Christmas deer. This was from November 3rd. And everybody who left a comment on the Facebook Live broadcast or YouTube is entered. And if they shared it and said the word shared with a D, and they got a second entry. So here is everybody on here. Most people seem to have jumped on with the second. So here we go. And boom, boom, boom. All right. So I'm going to hit randomize, and whoever pops up the top is our winner. So we have Sandy Bennett Tucker. So Sandy, stay tuned because we'll do the next giveaway and then I'll show everybody where to go to claim your prize. So now here we are for the live giveaway. And this is anyone who commented on this broadcast. So you are entered into to win these bright sequins. And I'm going to try and refresh this post. There we go. We're going to pick a winner. And you get to enter by commenting. You get one entry. And whoever shows up is the winner of today's. So our winner is, can you guys see it? Michelle Luke Banta. So both Michelle and Sandy, if you can head over to craftystampin.com, you go to specials. Oops, you don't do that. You go to specials, giveaways, and go to giveaways. There we go. You can come over here where it says claim your giveaway and click on the prize and fill out the form. And you will be, I will get those out as soon as possible. And you have 2 weeks. And if you don't hear an email from me saying it's shipped, email me back because it may be I didn't get your form. So I think that is it for today. I hope everyone has a wonderful Thanksgiving and enjoys turkey or ham or whatever you do. And I will be back. Let's see, I will be back with Tammy on the 28th for the Stampin' Scoop. And then I'll be back on the 29th and 31st for more copies and crafts. So I thank you all for joining me, and I will see you later. And find the right graphic. Ah, there we go. Bye.